Hi guys, welcome back to Glenna's World of Coloring. Today I thought we could color out of Coloring Book Cafe 100 Cute Animals. And I picked a page. Let's get to it. Let's see. Right here. We're gonna do this snake today. So I'm gonna get my clipboard out and we're gonna take it right on out of there. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna have to do, hold on one second. Alright, I want to put this cardstock in here just so that I know where the page went. Alright, it's like perfect. Okay, we'll set that off to the side. Bring my clipboard over and the page. Okay, so we have our page, and I'm going to be using my Ohuhu markers. I'm going to do a base layer of marker and then a layer of pencil over top. Hopefully that works. These lines are a little thin. But we'll try it anyway. I'm wanting to do a real pretty yellow and a tan. So, or maybe like a real pretty yellow and a pink. Like a real light pink. Yeah. Let's do that. So, I think I'm going to go with, the real vibrant yellow. So, I think I'll go with 397. Go with like a lighter kind of yellow. We'll go with canary yellow. So the body will be yellow and the stripes will be pink. Okay. Let's zoom in where you can see really good. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna start with the tail. I do want to get that pink out as well. It's freaking nap. I think we're gonna go with, let's go with R192. R192. There's 193. There it is. Okay, so the yellow is Y397, Canary yellow, and the pink is R192, pinkish vanilla. For anyone that's interested in coloring along with me. Alright, and we're just gonna start. Alright, so far so good, thankfully. Just trying to be careful not to get it outside the lines too bad, because I hate that. So, how is everyone? Hopefully good. We're doing pretty good here. My dad He has a YouTube channel. He actually got some fan mail in today. That was interesting. How are you still alive? I smashed you. Lord. Okay, I'm gonna take both caps off just to try to get it to go a little bit quicker. Now we don't want to rush, because then we'll end up getting color outside the lines, and that will drive me crazy. If I color outside of a line, you know, it's hard for me to keep doing what I'm doing as good. Alright, I'm between two different pencils that I want to get. I've chosen the Faber-Castell Polychromos. I can get the set of 60 for $84. And then there's the Derwent watercolor pencils. I can get those for $81. 72 set, I think. Could be more, I'm not for sure. I'll have to see when I get this part of the body done. But the Derwent Chromaflow, I've heard so much negative about those, and I mean, they are probably good for like coloring, but I do want to try the realism art. Almost. Almost had it. I do want to try getting into the realistic stuff. Alright, so we got outside the line just a little, not too bad. Good. But, yeah. I mean, it probably wouldn't matter if we're just coloring, you know. I've got my Prismacolors if I want to do that kind of stuff. I might just get some pencils for our coloring, you know, because I know you guys love when I do the swatching videos. So I might just get the Chromaflow to have to color with for you guys. No, I'm sure you don't care which ones I get. But, you know, I just want to get something that's a little better quality. And Derwent's stuff is supposed to be really good. So I do want to get some stuff from Derwent. Did you see that? Got a line right there. That's okay. The biggest set of the Chromaflows is 72. Biggest set of Polychromos is 120, I believe. And then I don't know about the watercolor pencils. I haven't done much research on those. I think this is gonna look so cute. The snake is gonna look adorable. I want to get a snake, but not living with my parents. I can't. They don't like them. You know, I have to respect their rules because I live here. When I get my own place, I'm gonna get one. Wait, what was that? I hit a box. But yes, I'm gonna get a snake when I can get my own place. Which probably won't take long after I get a new job, you know. Last job I had, I made good money. But y'all know, they closed and moved the store. Well, they didn't move it. They opened a new one. I loved working there. It was fun. I had good coworkers. You know. People there were actually competent and they knew what they were doing. Well, some of them. And you know, I was one of the best that they had. So. I had a key to the store. And I just knew everything that needed done. I would usually do the front animals, like guinea pigs, hamsters, rabbits, clean their cages and everything. But after I got a key, they showed me how to do reptiles, so I usually did reptiles after that. They never showed me how to clean the cages, but I knew how to feed them. You know, I was always scared of the tarantulas. And then I was messing and holding them. You know, like I was messing around. And I was like, you know what? I'm not scared. I can't be. This is my job. What if somebody wants to look at one? Or what if somebody wants to buy one and then I have to get it? You know, what am I supposed to do then? Be like, oh, I'm chicken, I don't know how to get it, and I don't want to? No, you can't do that. Can't do that. That's not good. One day I was there, I was feeding. My boss hadn't gotten there, and she didn't end up coming in until later. Like after I'd left. So. You know, I had to learn that kind of thing on my own. I'd asked before, hey, when you get a chance, could I hold one of the tarantulas? And she was like, well, there's a lot to do. And I was like, all right. And then I was going to ask her the day that she didn't come in, but she didn't come in. So I just took it upon myself. I was like, you know what? If she's not here to let me hold and handle it, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to teach myself how to handle it. And that's what I did. You know, don't do that if you are not qualified to do that. That was part of my job, so I did. Don't go just holding spiders for no reason. But like, I knew that I could do it, and that it wasn't gonna hurt me. And even if it bit, you know, it's not gonna kill me. Because it's just a tarantula, and they're not poisonous, which is good. I got to handle a lot of different things down there. I never held hamsters, never messed with a hamster. I still wouldn't mess with a hamster. I don't like them. Them things, them suckers, ooh. Like the first or second week that I was there, I was just cleaning a cage, you know, just getting it food. Well, it wasn't a cleaning day. I was just getting it some food and water. And that thing latched onto my finger and bit so hard. Oh my God. That was not fun. And ever since, I've been scared to hold a hamster. And I probably won't do that ever again. So, I'm not a fan of hamsters. And then there's always like kids wanting a hamster, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a good pet for you. But it's my job to sell things, so I just warned the parent, like, hey, if it bites, it can really hurt. So just make sure you're watching, or make sure you're holding the hamster while your kid is petting it and messing with it, because unattended, you know, that ain't gonna be good. I wouldn't leave any animal unattended with a child. Like a really young child, I wouldn't leave anything unattended with it. Now if it's like if they're like 6, then I would say, yeah, you know what, let them be alright with like a dog or a cat, but not something like that, because they can really hurt you. Their teeth are so sharp. And then people were always like, oh, rabbits, I need a cage. And I'm like, please don't do that. I'm like, well, if you have space in your house, you know, you could let them roam, or you could get one of those exercise pens for dogs and just stick it in there and it's fine. And there you can litter box train them, you know, just trying to give that rabbit the best chance that it can have. I don't like cages, really. Now for like hamsters, yeah. I mean, get you like a 50-gallon fish tank and, you know, put toys in there, a hamster wheel, food, water, and they're good to go. You know, 50 gallons probably way more room than you need for one, but it's a good amount of space. But you'd be good to go just buying a cheap fish tank if you can want to find one on Facebook or something. But like the dedicated hamster cages, I don't like them. I don't like them. Now, like DIY hamster cages are usually good looking. But they're small, but that doesn't mean their habitat should be small. Now, I mean, if that's all that you can manage right now, and you're planning to get it something bigger, then yeah, that's perfectly alright. But I mean, if it's in a tiny cage, I would upgrade. Especially if it's like a teddy bear hamster or a, yeah, something like that. You'd need a bigger cage. Snakes, they'd need a good sized cage. They should at least be able to stretch their whole body in it. No, that's how you know if you got enough room. If your snake can actually fully lengthen itself to the cage and not be cramped, then you got a good sized cage for a snake. Otherwise, it's too small. I've wanted fish for a long time now. You know, I like fish. They're so pretty. Like angelfish. So pretty. We usually had those in stock at work, and I always wanted some, but you know, I only have a 20-gallon tank. You know, I don't have anything in them. I don't have anything in it. But I was thinking about getting fish, and I was like, if I had a 20-gallon tank, I could only put one angelfish in it. Because angelfish, that's the least amount that you can put an angelfish in. A 20-gallon tall, not a 20-gallon long. Because the long is not high enough for the fish to swim in. I mean, if you've got angelfish in like a smaller tank, how do they work for you? I'm curious. Now spiders, they don't need that much room at all, you know, they need like height, because they love to climb. Every tarantula we had in that store usually was climbing up its enclosure. So, and somebody down there was usually asking me, no, I had somebody come in wanting a scorpion, because we had a black forest scorpion, I believe, or a black Asian scorpion, I don't know, I don't remember, but it was a scorpion. They was wondering all kinds of stuff about it, and I was like, let me check for you, because I had no clue about anything to do with a scorpion. So I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it needs this, this, and this, and then they were like, I don't know. First they were looking at tanks, like our, our Exoterra stuff. They were looking at that. And like the Zoomid stuff, they were looking at that stuff. You know, just seeing what they needed and could get. I don't think they ever bought that scorpion. Scorpion itself, I think, was like $40. And then the habitat, those were usually about $200, $250, somewhere around there. And then food, they eat crickets, mealworms, you know, regular stuff reptiles eat. That's not a reptile, I don't think. What is a scorpion considered? Is it a reptile? I wouldn't think so. Anyway, I'm not sure. But they eat what reptiles eat. What else? Like calcium powder. But I'm not sure if, I don't know nothing about scorpions. I don't know if they have to have calcium like the other stuff. Don't think snakes do. At least I've never seen a... Go away, spider. Dude. You're bothering me. There's a little house spider trying to crawl across my wall to bother me. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying before the spider interrupted me. I don't know a thing about scorpions, like at all. I probably know more about a bluegill than a scorpion, and I don't know hardly anything about them. I know they're a fish. That's probably it. I don't even know what a scorpion is. Back off. Stupid spider. Alright. We got our snake done. Let's see. Okay, this is like a chair. So that would be, this would be wood. That would be wood. That would be wood. Okay, what kind of wood do I want? Let me go with 363. 367. Let me see. Oh, I found it. It took me a second. I couldn't find it. Okay, so our snake is adorable. Okay. So we got 363 red bean. Red bean. We're gonna go down here and do this wood. This probably wasn't a good idea to use markers. Because these lines are so thin. All right. This is probably wood, yep. This will be harder because these little details, I'll probably go over those with like a gel pen or something. So those should be fine. See that gnat bothering me? So annoying. I'm pretty sure that they're in here because of the rabbit. I just cleaned her pen yesterday, so it doesn't need a cleaning right now. I used to clean things for a living, so at least I know when her pen does need cleaned. Oh, another thing about that, about rabbits, with what I was doing, you know, we used pine shavings for their bedding. I definitely didn't agree with that. Pine is not good on the respiratory systems. So, didn't agree with what they were doing with that. But it was their store, not mine. And they would use that for guinea pigs as well, which same problem, you know, it's not good on the respiratory systems. So Hamsters, luckily, we used paper bedding for that. Mice, they were fine in they were fine in pine, I guess. Now, I knew about, like, rabbits and guinea pigs and stuff. I don't know about hamsters. Hamsters. I don't know about mice. I know a lot of things about things that aren't mice. I just know what they eat. You know, I don't know about their living conditions, really. And we would just keep 25 in a 20-gallon tank, which is not very big. But there was 25 in each tank, which is a lot to be in one little tank. So there probably should only been like 10 in those tanks. Probably like half of what was in there should have been in there. You know. I mean, they do good work down there, the owners, but sometimes I questioned their knowledge. You know. Alright. I'm going to turn this for a second. But anyway, sometimes I questioned their knowledge on certain things. Definitely with the bedding for guinea pigs and rabbits. Sometimes on like other small animals. It was just sometimes it was terrible. I mean, the job was fun, but the knowledge that they were giving to me, not fun, because I knew otherwise. Okay, I want to put like a gold accent like on that. But whenever I'm like, oh, I want an animal, or oh, I don't know anything about them really, I look it up. And sometimes what they told me wasn't what I'd read on like official websites about stuff. So I'm like, that's incorrect. You don't know what you're talking about. That's great. But I mean, I love the owners to death. They are such sweet people. I would love to go back and work for them again. Like I said, the best job that I've ever had. Let me see. I never handled a lot of animals, you know. I've handled guinea pigs and rabbits and cats and dogs and that kind of thing. But never like snakes or spiders or hamsters. It was exciting. I love to handle the snakes. Somebody brought their daughters in the store once. It was a man. He brought his daughters and he was looking at snakes, and I was like, oh, is there anything I can help you with? And he was like, oh, I want to look at this snake right here. I want to see if it's male or female. I was like, all right. So I handed it to him. He got excited because it was a female. And I guess he had wanted a female. So he was like, you know what? Let me see that other one. They were two like pretty rare breeds or whatever, morphs of snake. So they were kind of expensive. Well, they wasn't that rare, but they were really pretty snakes, so they were more expensive. I think one was a piebald, which I don't think it's that rare, and one, I can't remember, but it was expensive too. I think one was like $300 and one was like $400. Could have been 2 and 3, I'm not sure. But they were a lot. So I handed him the other one, he checked, and he was like, oh, it's a female too. So he talks to the girls for maybe 10 minutes. And I say, well, if there's anything else you need, just let me know. And he says, thanks, and they talk for a bit. And he comes back up, and he's like, we want to get both of these snakes. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, cool. I'll put them in a box and get them ready for you to go. So that's what I did. And you know what? I wasn't scared at all to hold those. I love snakes. Those snakes were so sweet. And like ball pythons, they're typically not aggressive. They're pretty friendly. So I was happy to be able to handle them and all that good stuff. Let's see. Alright, we're at 44 minutes. I think I'll make this thing right here gold, and then we will call it a day. And I will finish this off camera. Probably figure out what book I'm gonna color out of on Wednesday. Because I don't know, I just pulled this book off the shelf and I was like, let me look through it and see what I got. And I found the snake and I was like, yep. I was like, that's the one right there. It's hot today. I believe it's in the 80s today. Absolutely hate it. I love like the low 70s to high 60s. That's where I'm good at. Yeah. Okay. So we are done for now. I'm gonna do the rest off camera like I said. I think it looks so cute. It'll look even cuter with the details that I add. So, alright. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. That would really help me out. And hit that notification bell to see when I upload new videos. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. See you guys.